White America, we need to talk. And if after I say what I have to say, the first thought in your mind is, well, not all white people, then you're exactly who I'm talking about. Rachel Richardson, Duke University volleyball player, the only black woman on her team. Brigham Young University, serving the ball during the game. At several times while she was serving, she was subjected to racial slurs. Nobody did anything about it. Nobody from Brigham Young, nobody from Duke, nobody in the stands. This is a prime example of what we mean when black folks say that silence is complicity. All those people sitting on their hands, not saying a thing, not doing a thing. So as far as I'm concerned, they're just as racist as the person that made the racist remark. Now here's where I expect to hear the not all white people. That's a load of crap. See, as long as you remain silent in the face of racism, like the staff at Brigham Young did, like the students at Brigham Young did, and like the folks at Duke did. See, because the first thing that should have happened, the first time the slur happened, is the team should have walked off the court. They didn't do that. They subjected this young woman to these racial slurs repeatedly. Nobody did anything. And that is a microcosm of white America when it comes to dealing with racism from other white folks. Prime example. You've got a grandmother or a grandfather that makes racist remarks. You chalk it off to them being, well, that's how they grew up. That was the time they lived in. That's bullshit. Or you're at a party with some friends and somebody makes a racist remark. Nobody checks them on it. Well, he's not really like that. He's drunk or blah, 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 blah. Also bullshit. In both instances, you remain silent. So as far as I'm concerned, you were cool with what was being said. So right now, Brigham Young isn't a very attractive university to go to. And that should be the least of their problems at this point. Hey, what about going to Brigham Young? No, they're racist over there. They didn't do anything about the black volleyball player that got subjected to racial slurs. Well, what about Duke? No, they didn't do anything to protect their player. They didn't stop the game. They didn't call anybody out or nothing. They're just as racist as Brigham Young. So no, I won't be sending my kids to either one of those universities. Well, the students can't be up. Well, every student in that gym, out of everybody there, nobody said anything. Makes them as racist as the people that made the remark. It's the person that made the remark. Well, you can't believe. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. And here's why. You know racism exists. You know it's been a problem for as long as you've been alive, longer than you've been alive. You know it's wrong. But as a former attorney general once put it, America is a nation of cowards when it comes to racism. And America's cowardice was on full display that day at Brigham Young University. So if you're one of those that sits in silence whenever one of your friends or relatives makes a racist remark, you're the one who I'm talking about. You're just as racist as that person making the remark, because your silence is complicity. So I'm hoping that enrollment at BYU goes down. I'm hoping that enrollment at Duke goes down. I'm hoping that Miss Richardson walks off that team. Duke did nothing to protect her. Brigham Young did nothing to do to correct the problem right then and there at the moment. It reminds me of when Jackie Robinson was brought up to the league, to Major League Baseball. And the guy that brought him up, Branch Rickey, basically told him that, yeah, you're going to face a lot of racism, but you cannot react to it. You have to be above it. And I'm here to tell you, as a black man in 2022, that is bullshit. See, he said that because even in the face of racism, he didn't want to make white people uncomfortable. It was better that they be comfortable with their racism than be uncomfortable with a black man reacting to it. So yeah, your silence has been complicity for a long, long time. And if you pay attention, you're running into a generation of black folks that aren't Jackie Robinson, that will react in ways predictable and unpredictable. And with you being silent, you never know. You may catch that wrath as well. So once again, another case of America lacking a sack when it comes to dealing with its oldest problem. Pathetic.